Hey there guys, what's up? It's your buddy mikeyperion here, and I hope you have a great day because for today's episode, well, we are going to have our last awesome episode here in the tazzcraft server. So, well, it ain't gonna be surprise anymore. Of course, that soon enough, we are going to start our episode in our new group, and I know it's kind of sad, but we have to move on. But don't worry, we're still gonna play here. We still have a couple of things to do before we wrap up this season here in the tazzcraft server, and as well as in the future we might also do some episodes with our friends here in the tazzcraft server. Of course, we'll see about that soon. And first thing that we have to do for this episode, well, of course, we have to furnish our mansion here in our secret getaway place, and also after this we are going back to our city, the cyber perion city. Well, I'm still like 99% done there. I still got some stuff to finish, but I guess it's fine. Well, I did some off-cam stuff over there, so at least somehow it will be a bit surprise. But for so far, well, there are at least one structure unfinished left over there, so but I guess it's fine. We'll see about that in a moment. So, well, let's park our car, well, our horse right over here. So basically, yes, so first thing that we have to do is this nice table right over here, and we also need to furnish our mansion right over here. Of course, as you can see, this is still bare. Let's grab our stuff from our ender chest. Of course, that's where I store my stuff, so at least we can have it safely, right? Okay, so let's grab this shulker. So we got a few stuff that we are going to need for today's build. So aside from that, let's take a last peek of what we have done on the last episode. Well, this place looks really cool, right? I mean, I like what we have done here, especially this looks really relaxing and very enjoyable place to stay in. Especially we are going to have a break here in the server soon enough, but of course, well, we cannot say that, right? Of course, we can also still play here, but first thing we have to do is this automatic gate right over here. Well, from the last video that I posted is about the automatic door, piston door, and as well as we also need to build our stable right over here. So basically we are going to work on this part first, and let's start this anyways. So what we have done here is actually just the bottom part of the modular piston door that I have showcased in the tutorial that I made last week, or I think it was still this week though. So let's test this out. So, well, it should work. Okay. It's pretty possessed though, but yeah, let me try to fix this first, and it's a kind of shame, but I'll be back. So second take, I also have added a delay mechanism on this part right over here. So basically this should work fine. These 4 comparators should hold door with enough timing in order for us to get in, and it should extend again, so it will be closed, so at least we can be safe from, you know, some of those hostile mobs that gonna be chasing us, especially on night time. So I guess this feature is very useful, right? So let's check this out on the back part right over here. So basically we are only able to cover this with some half slabs on top because we cannot put one block lower on this part right over here. Well, just to cover this up, so this should work the same pretty much. So, well, and there you go. So it works perfectly, and we also need to add an arc on the top because well, that will restrict all of the mobs getting inside here. And also this table right over here, of course, we're also gonna build that a home for our horse right over there. So, well, let's do it. So I also have made some nice garden patches on this side right over here, and as well as, of course, we need to make this place a little consistent of what we have done, but we still need to wait for this grass to grow. But anyway, so I also have done this table right over here, as well as this archway for our gate, so at least we can restrict those 2 block high mob, except for, of course, the spider can still go inside here, but that's fine because they can still climb the fences, right? So, well, so far here's how it looks like from the outside, which looks pretty nice, right? And as well as, of course, this table right over here, well, basically I've used the same redstone part in our stable in the city. So basically it just works pretty much the same. Of course, this is a nice one for our horse. Well, yeah, sitting pretty, right? So the next thing that we have to do is, of course, this back part right over here, this backyard. So basically this will just be like sort of like a garden. So I already have made this stairs right over here, and as well as, of course, well, we just need to make this place a little nicer, I guess. Well, let's just do it anyways. Simple yet nice, I guess this has its purpose, right? So basically, well, I don't want to over-decorate this part because you have to emphasize the view, right? So let me remove this torch right over here. That's pretty unnecessary. But anyway, so well, we're done here. We're done on the exteriors of this mansion. So now it's time to move on the interiors. Well, I'm gonna do this in a form of a montage because I have to save up some time decorating this, especially that I'm not totally good in interior designing, right? But anyway, so let's start doing this and let's do it. And we're finally done with our mansion. So basically, I guess this will be the last time that I'm gonna be showing you guys that I'm here. Of course, I'm going to do some of my, my private moments in this place. Of course, that's not gonna be in my future episodes, but yes. But anyway, so now it's time to go back to our city because, of course, the last thing that we have to do for this season of tazzcraft is to have our base tour. Of course, well, I know it's kind of sad, but we have to do it. But anyway, so well, I'm gonna see you guys back in the Cyberperion city. And here we go. Well, the last few moments that we are going to spend with you guys for this series, but not for with the other players, with the other tazzcrafters that we have here. Of course, well, I've been here in the tazzcraft server for 3 months, so basically we have done this masterpiece for the last 3 months, starting the last couple of days of 2018. So basically that's December. I think the first video that I published here is like December 28th, I guess so, but I'm not sure though. But anyway, so well, here we are. So we are here in our base of operations. But first, of course, let's do this sequentially. Maybe not though, but of course, the first thing that we have done in this project is this guardian farm right over here. Of course, this is a very useful farm. Of course, we can turn this into an XP farm, and of course, we can also have this like our source of prismarine blocks and sea lanterns. Of course, this is very useful. As you can see, we have actually used a lot of sea lanterns in our build. So, well, basically, of course, this is pretty hard to build, but it is, of course, perfectly worth it, right? But anyway, so here are the producers. So basically, yeah. Well, well, we still got tons of this stuff in our storage. Well, why is this mix up though? This is kind of odd though. Well, I guess we actually have used this a couple of days ago. Well, yeah, we still got tons of fishes. Anyway, so let's turn this off because our storage is getting full now. So better much, let's just reserve these spaces for future uses. Well, of course, I don't want to plug this with a lot of stuff, but yeah, I guess we actually did use this the last time, I guess so. Yeah, because, yeah, well, I guess it's fine. But anyway, so well, of course, we have done that sorting system, and as well as, of course, this ginormous aquarium right over here. Of course, well, this is also gonna be our future project in our, of course, in iCraft. But anyway, so well, we also have this tree farm right over here, which contains all of these ginormous trees. And on the bottom part right over here, we got the smaller trees. Of course, we got here some acacias and as well as some birch on this side, and as well as some oak. And on the bottom part right over here, well, this is actually our mining spot. This is where we have our strip mining. Of course, from the start, we did this because we still don't have our stone factory. So basically, this is how it looks like. I think I haven't showed this that much because this is basically like, you know, our strip mining area. So basically, yeah, so this is where we get our stone before our stone factory. So, well, that's why we have this storage area right over here. So at least we can easily work on while doing some mining, right? But anyway, so this is the bottommost part of our base. I guess it's like level 11, I guess so. So on this part right over here, of course, we got our base of operations. So this is where we store our stuff and where we also smelt most of the glasses that we use for our builds, and the bulk storage system on the top, and not so bulk items on the bottom part. But anyway, so we also got our nether portal on the top part right over there, and we also got these preserved artifacts, this shipwreck and these ruins, which pretty much adds to the vibe here in our base of operations. Well, some sort of like decorations, right? And on the third level right over here, we got our dock. Of course, well, we also need this dock right over here where we can park our boats, and a nice view of our coral reef, artificially made coral reef on the bottom part right over there. So basically, well, we got a nice view of the sea over here, and as well as, of course, I think this was 2 episodes ago. I can't remember though. Of course, we have built this racetrack right over here. So basically, yeah, we just utilized this space, this huge space right over here. So basically, this track goes twice around. So basically, we have 2 sets of track. But anyway, so well, I also have made this counting system right over here, but I guess the note block is not working though. I'm not sure. Actually, my note block volume is on, but it doesn't make any sound though. But anyway, so well, here's the track going to start, and we'll go around twice, and here's the finishing part, which we have blue eyes actually that makes you know, a faster way going to the finish line, which make it pretty exciting, right? Well, we haven't done any tournament yet, but of course, soon enough, we can also invite our tazzcrafters to play here, of course. Well, so on the overworld, well, not overworld, but on the top part of our base, of course, we have this nice city, the perion city. Of course, this is our masterpiece in this project. We got some citizens around and some iron golems to protect this citizens of our perion city. Of course, we have to make them protected, right? So this is the first building that we have made for this project. This is actually contains our creeper farm and as well as our stone factory. Of course, well, most of the time, I prioritize the stone factory because I use so much stones in our builds, right? So basically, this is very useful. And as well as, of course, well, I forgot about this map right over here. So, well, I should move this on some parts because I think this is not actually our office. But of course, this part is not yet updated. So let's update that. Well, we still have some unfinished part right over there. But of course, well, I'm gonna do that off cam. Well, yes, so far, well, we have accomplished a lot for this project. And of course, this area is for the storage of our stones that the stone factory produces. So basically, this area right over here is our stone factory, the blasting area. So if you turn this on, of course, I think I have showed this a lot of times, but of course, just to show you guys, especially for our new viewers here in our channel. So here's how it works. So basically, we just generate stones and we just blast them with TNTs in order to mine them, right? So at least it's pretty much, it's very helpful for us. And on this area right over here, of course, we got our Tnt Dispenser. Well, we still got pretty much enough TNTs for future use, and as well as this also stores our gunpowder from our creeper farm on the top part of this room right over here. So basically on the top part here is where we spawn our creepers. So basically we have like 5 levels of spawn area for our creepers. So on the top of it is actually basically an empty room, so basically a home for our cat. And yeah, I totally forgot about this dog though. I'm not sure why did I put him here. I think he came from Camp C Pickles. But anyway, so on the topmost area we have our AFK platform. Well, yes, so let me show you first our view on this top part right over here, because well, we got a nice view over here, and as well as of course this creeper face. This should be like a hologram billboard. This is actually the first billboard that we have made. Well, I think it's the TNT on the front part though, but anyway, so it doesn't matter. So we got here our AFK platform in order for us to separate those guardian farm spawning. Of course, we have to have the separate, what do you call this? Spawn rate for our guardians, and as well as for our hostile mob farm, because we also have our hostile mob farm on the twin towers. But first, let's also take a leap from the top, or from the summit of this building. Well, yes, so let's take a flight so at least we can have an initial view of our city on the fly. Well, basically this is how it looks like from above. Of course, well, we got some nice skyscrapers around the city, and as well as on the back side right over here. I think I rarely show you guys the back part, so basically let's have a nice view of this back area of our city right over here. Well, it's not that much, but pretty much, of course, it has its also, I mean, it also has its own design on its own way. But well, so the next thing that we have to venture on is our hostile mob farm, which is the biggest project that we have done in this city. Of course, these twin towers, this took me 2 episodes to make. I think it's more than a week. I guess so. So basically on the second part, I mean on the second level right over here, we got the storage system for our items that we got here in our hostile mob farm. And as well as on the third level, we got the skilling chamber for the hostile mobs that gonna be dropped from the spawning platform on the top part. So basically we have 2 hostile mob farm here in our city. So basically that's why it's a twin tower, right? So let's go on the topmost part of this building, which is actually the highest point of this city. So well, I guess the platform is, if I could remember it, it's like level 204. But actually this antenna right over here is actually, I think it's 222, if I can remember it correctly. But anyway, so it doesn't matter. So well, let's take another flight going down, so at least we can have another nice view of our city. Of course, well, let's fly here, because these could actually kill us. Thank God that we have fly. So well, this is how it looks like. So I think the next thing that I have to showcase to you guys are these iron farms. So basically we have 2 humane iron farms that we have here in the city, because well, it's not as efficient as the iron titan, but at least it produces enough irons for our needs, and maybe for some other players that we have here in the server, they can also use this actually. So Well, this is how it looks like from the rooms on the top part right over here. So basically, yeah, this is how much it produced. I think I also have grabbed a lot of that uh, along the way in making episodes, in making our build. So here's how it looks like on the living quarters for these workers in our iron farm. So basically, there's I think an iron golem being butchered in our killing chamber. So let's hopefully we can catch him and yeah. Well, eventually he was just vanished though. But anyway, so this is the iron farm, which is actually also a very useful farm. I hope well, in Minecraft 1.14 we can still have some iron farms, but I already have done some testings over there, but it doesn't work as efficient as this one. But anyway, so this is how it looks like from the back part of this twin tower, which looks pretty nice, right? And we got a nice tunnel going inside our circle in our roundabout here in the city. So the next thing that I have to showcase to you guys is this building right over here. I think this is the this is the last skyscraper that we have done in this city. So well, let's also look from the back part. On the front part we got the face of the cow, and on the back part right over here we got this ship. And on this side right over here, we get the pig. So basically, it just represents that this contains the animal farm. Basically, they are all manual animal farms. Well, I didn't have that much time to make some automatic farms, but I guess for me this is fine because I don't need these items that much. But of course, we still have to have them. Some sort of like at least a source. Of course, this wool is pretty much. Quite useful as well, so that's why we have this. So well, adjacent to this building, well, not yet, we have to go on the top part first. Of course, I totally forgot our sugarcane, pumpkins, and watermelon farms that we have here on the top part. So basically, this farm produces 3 items. So basically we have watermelons, pumpkins, and sugarcanes for our paper needs. Of course, we also need those. So basically this is the same farm that we have done in the new Hyperion city. So basically it just works the same. We have some piston that will push from time to time every time the minecart hopper passes the trigger. So well, let's search for some okay, there you go. We got some watermelon right over here. So basically if the minecart have passed the trigger, it should push the piston. So there you go. Well, it's not the right timing though, but anyway, so that's how it works. So well, this is the pumpkins, watermelons, and sugarcane farms. Of course, this is pretty much necessary. Of course, we use the pumpkins and watermelons for trading, and the sugarcanes for our paper needs, for making books, and as well as for trading them with our librarians in order to unlock them, right? But we don't need that much, but I guess it produces enough for our needs. And on this side right over here, I actually have done this netherwart farm, a manual one, but on the top part here is a more interesting one. Of course, I think I have showed this a lot of times with you guys. This wheat farm. Of course, we got this wheat guy right over here, which actually manages this farm right over here. Let's try to harvest it, but first let's give him some of these seeds. At least his inventory will not get the wheat. Of course, we have to isolate his inventory, right? So let's give him some seeds, so at least let's give him some seeds, so at least his inventory will be full once we harvest this. So all of the wheat will just go through our storage system. So let's try to harvest this. So let's push this button, and this is basically how it works. So pretty much it's pretty helpful. It doesn't produce much, but I guess this is fine because I guess it's enough for our needs. So basically we also have those trampled farm plots. So basically these are the manual stuff that we have to do here. But later on, I thought we were gonna trample it, but anyway, so I hope soon enough I'm gonna come up with a design that we can avoid those trampled farm plots, but there's a way. But anyway, so I think yeah, this netherwart farm right over here. So basically this is a manual one. Of course, we just need to harvest this manually, but so far this is, I think, pretty much too much for our needs. But basically we just have it, we just have this netherwart farm over here, and on the other side, of course, this farm is actually pretty much symmetrical. So we have here our potato and carrots, and I also have added some what do you call this, the beetroot farm, because I think once we have migrated to Minecraft 1.14, beetroots are becoming tradable. So we already have started farming these beetroots right over here. So at least in the future we can also trade this with our farmers in the city. So well, I'm not totally sure about that, but during the snapshot I actually saw some beetroots on trades, right? So on the top part right over here, of course, we got these villager farms. We got some carrots right over here. Well, yeah, so as you can see, that villager just passed that carrots to that villager on the top. So basically, instead of going to that villager, it will go to our storage system. So same thing over here. We also get this villager farm mechanics. Pretty much it just work the same, but on this side is the potatoes, and of course on this side we got the carrots. So this is basically the villager farm that we have made, I guess, a couple of episodes ago. I can't remember when though. But anyways, so well, last couple of things that I've done off cam before this season finale for our tazzcraft series. So basically, I also need to place some shops. I totally forgot about these shops though. Well, I actually have started to make a shop right over here for our farmer guy, but eventually I guess I also need to work on this off cam. So he got like a huge counter right over here, which is pretty cool, right? So we also need to make some of this in the other shops that we have here around. So basically, well, I cannot show that in our episodes anymore. But anyways, so I also have done this chorus plant farm right over here. So basically, I've done this off cam. So well, this is something like nice to have. But of course, well, I'm not totally fan of chorus blocks or the purple blocks. Maybe someday we can use that, right? On this building right over here, on this segment, we got here the cocoa beans farm, basically a manual one. And on this part right over here, we got an automated farm. So basically, this is the cactus farm. So well, this is pretty much automated, but I guess that's too much for our needs because I'm not sure if we're going to use that much dye though. But anyways, at least we got this automatic farm right over here, right? And on the other side, well, I still got a lot of unfinished businesses on the side right over here, but on this side all of them are finished. But anyway, so on this side we got some, you know, of this bar where we can hang out with our friends, but this is not yet furnished though. This is still an empty room, an empty building, but eventually I'm gonna finish this off cam. Of course, well, this is already the season finale, and on this part right over here, actually my plan over here is actually our armory and as well as our brewery or brewing station for our potions. Of course, well, I still got some items right over here that I think I also have brought this some of them in our mansion when I've done the early part of this episode. But anyways, so well, so I guess that's it. That's what we have here in the Perion city. So basically, I guess I have nothing else to showcase to you guys. So far, here's how it looks like from the view on the front part right over here. Of course, we have done this in a 3-month span of time. I know it's a short time to be here in the tazzcraft server, but anyways, well, we'll still be here, but of course we are also going to make some adjustments, some improvements in some of our farms in the future. Of course, we have to see that when Minecraft 1.14 comes, but so far I'm totally happy about my stay here. It was totally awesome. I mean, I really like what we have accomplished in this server, especially that, of course, well, this is a very awesome project, right? Of course, well, I have to give thanks to Tasman for letting me play in his server. Of course, he's the owner of this server. Check out his channel. He got some awesome stuff that's going on in his channel, and especially congratulations, man, for reaching 500 subscribers. Of course, that's a job well done. But anyway, so I guess that's for the base tour. So well, we have to end this series, and well, I have to say goodbye. But anyway, so thank you for watching, guys. I have to say goodbye. So well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment, please leave a like, and make sure to subscribe. This has been mikeyperion, and I'll see you guys next time around.